Okay, I'm focused. No, I'm not. I look like my face is very white. Doesn't look like. It does look like I don't poop. Haven't pooped in a long time. Yeah. Hi, how are you? So, since the last video we made, I think we are in a better place, and I think I've told you in the video before that I was reading something that I wanted to better in myself, or just affirmations, or a way of manifesting. But as I was reading this, at first it ripped a little in the end of the, and now it's like, and what I gathered, the information in my mind as I see this, it's that this has to go away, because this is me controlling myself in a way, and I'm feeling very warm and very hot. Before I turned the button on to start the film, I was feeling like anxious, and maybe I still am, and now I'm feeling very warm inside. Yeah. I want to read to you what I wrote, so you know what's in here. And at the same time, it's like me saying goodbye to these words, even though I still want to accomplish them, some of them, and all of them, but time will tell. It's not like I'm reading this and in 3 months this will happen, or during the 3 months. I'm going to let go of this, and I know I want this, but I want to have no expectations. Like, when it will happen, I don't know. I don't know how. We will get here, and we are already here in some ways, but I want to let go of control and wanting to do all at the same time, so I can be quicker in the ways that I'm doing my own thing. I think you are getting this. By now, I'm sure you are getting my way of thinking. Okay, so this is like this. And I'm going to read to you. I wrote this. Some of the things that are here were written before the 21st of October. And most of these things were, I took this from Wizard Liz, she's a YouTuber, and Elmer Jr. O'Locker. I will search the names and insert them so you will know about who I'm talking about. And I don't know if there's some things from Jadina here. Maybe there's not. I think the things that I gathered from her videos, they're in my wall. Yeah. They're just there. I wrote them one time. Sometimes I look at them. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I read them. Sometimes I don't. They are just there. And these ones, even though everything basically that says here goes according to what I feel, but I gotta, So I'm going to read to you these. I believe in myself. I believe in my potential. I am brave. I am prosperous. I am confident. I am secure. I am fearless. I am courageous. I am abundant. Abundance surrounds me. I have a balanced ego. I remember who I am and the power I hold, but usually I would say I remember who I am and the positive power that I hold. Because sometimes you wrote one thing, but then as your personality or character changes, sometimes you change the way you see certain things you wrote, and Even though it says one thing there, you read in your mind another thing. Yeah. I deserve to live the life of my dreams. I can handle anything that comes my way. I have the power to create the life of my dreams. My confidence grows every single day. Money comes to me easily and I'm compensated generously for my work. Oh, another thing. Do you know Iman Gaji or Iman Ghazi? There's some phrases from some things that I subscribe to one of his things. I don't know. I don't want to explain too much right now because I want to do this. But he texted some ways that he would help himself, I guess, or the way he does certain things. And one of those things were, I don't know if he called them affirmations or it was phrases that helped him. I don't know the right way to explain it to you, but some of those I thought they were helpful and I wrote them in here because he texted those those phrases to the group chat in a file. Yeah. And you know, yeah. What else? I hold no addiction or need for social media, caffeine, alcohol, or bad food, unhealthy food. In my it just says bad food, but I put unhealthy food too. It's the same thing, but work is not work to me. Work is a form of self-expression and art. I love my work. I have unwavering focus. When I lock into a task, I do not get distracted. I accept and respect other people's choices. I accept and respect my own choices. I have a healthy relationship with money. As money goes, he flows in right away into my bank account, into my hands. Usually, the last days that I would say this one, I would say like this. As money goes, he flows in into my hands, into my bank account. I have strong, healthy, well-nourished hair. Oh my goodness, it looks so white. It does. It doesn't matter. I have new little hairs growing every day. And let me tell you, I don't want to say, can I say 50%? A lot of these things work. They're working, you know? You just gotta, but at the same time, you gotta let go because they will work when they have to work. And yeah, I am intelligent, I am unique, I am successful. I'm a successful woman. Usually I would say, I know I am valuable and everyone treats me as such. But nowadays, what I say, I know I am valuable and I treat myself as such. Because you have to treat yourself. You have to know your value, your worth, all of that. Not others. That will be maybe a consequence, but we won't be expecting. But at the same time, we expect that because we want respect. Yeah. It's kind of tricky. I deserve to love myself. Good things continuously flow into my life. I stand in my power, and I would do this with my open arms, or I would imagine that I would be doing this because, you know, I stand in my power. I constantly attract opportunities that create more wealth in my life. It's empowering to be me. I'm a powerful woman. I say this one more than one time. I don't know if it's yeah, from the video of Wizard Liz. I think she says this 2 times and I wrote it 2 times, or maybe it's just me. I make decisions that benefit me. The only approval I need is my own. And then I would say my own approval. I am only here to impress myself, my own self. At the same time, I want you to see this. Should I take a picture before I burn it? Or it's not over yet, sorry. I recognize myself. I recognize my worth. I am my dream person living in my dream reality. I am worthy of anything I desire. I'm a magnet for blessings, miracles, and abundance. I discover new levels of confidence every single day. I realize how powerful I am. I wrote it like this, but I would say it in a different way. If I set my mind to it, I find a system, I enjoy the process, I make progress, and I achieve it. Nowadays what I say, it's I set my mind to something. When I set my mind to something. It's not if I, it's when I. Because I do that. I don't want to say if. I want to say I'm doing it. I'm affirming. When I find what? When I set my mind to something, I find a system. I enjoy the process. I make progress. And I achieve it. Sorry. Yeah. I achieve it. And I enjoy it. Even though sometimes, it's... Life gives you what you want, but not how you want, You don't know how it will get to you. And sometimes you're like, fudge, this is uncomfortable, and at the same time, I am capable. But at the same time, I'm so used to living in my comfortness. But at the same time, I can take care of it. Continuing. Sorry. I'm going to stop to say sorry. Yeah. Okay. This one was my favorite because when you translate it to Portuguese, I really, in my own way of saying, the first words, I really enjoy saying them. I am worthy of the very best life, and I am now ready to accept it. Anything I desire, I receive. Everything I want wants me to. I don't chase, I attract. I am a priority. I want the best and I get it. Whatever I want happens because I said so. My confidence is unmatched. I light up every single room that I walk into. Everything always works in my favor. I ask and I receive. I make the place more valuable by stepping into it. It's empowering to be me. Okay, so these things, and I don't know if some of these there's Neville, oh, you have to say the right name, but even if I don't say the right pronunciation, Neville Goddard, something like that. Elmer Junior O'Locker, I think you say like that. He speaks a lot about him, and I went to search about him, and I don't know if some of these phrases are from videos that I heard from him, from his books, and yeah. Okay, so these next 3 phrases that I'm going to read, I would say them at least 3 times. I read this for almost 2 months. It should be 3, but we are going to stop. We stopped like on Monday. Today is Thursday. Yeah, I think, yeah. And I think we stopped on Monday, and we are going to stop. But these 3 phrases, I would read them at least 3 times each. And when you read these things, at least that's what I do, you gotta feel it. Because you do it so much, every day, that you start to just read like on automatic. And I would make myself, even if I had to be reading this for the quickest that I could read, if I was, really like go, 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 and I was reading this and feeling it, I could read this in like 20 minutes. But if I was not in my, concentrated, and I gotta feel what I'm reading, because or else I will put into my mind that I'm just reading this, and it's like a ball of snow when you start believing that you are not actually reading this, because it's not just reading. Do you understand me? You gotta feel into your bones, into your skin, into your blood. Okay, this is a weird way to explain it. It's gotta be intrinsic. Does that word exist in English? Because in Portuguese it does. It doesn't matter. These words were, the three phrases were: thank you for showing me that I can make a way of income through doing what I love, is already here, is already sold. I'm already, but I'm not going to read them 3 times. But, I've done that. I'm already, but I could. So you know, thank you for showing me that I can make a way of income through doing what I love, is already here, is already sold. Thank you for showing me that I can make a way of income through doing what I love, is already here, is already sold. Was that 3 times? I think it was. I'm already the person I desire to be, living the life I wish to live. I am already the person I desire to be, living the life I wish to live. I am already the person I desire to be, living the life I wish to live. And you can read this in front of a mirror. Okay, people usually say this. You put it in the mirror, blah, blah, blah. But I would say this in different voices, like as you saw me doing now. I would look at my face while I was doing it, or at first I wouldn't do any of that, because my mirror in my room was to the left and I could not see myself. And then I changed something and I put my mirror on this side and I can see myself on the back, and I would just look at myself. Sometimes, not always. Most of the time I was not looking. And yeah. Or I would do different voices, feel it, do my own thing, and or stand up. Do you say stand up? Yeah, stand up. And say my things, depending on how I was feeling. And then, the last but not least, I remember when I used to fear failure. How different my life is now that I've achieved my dreams. I remember when I used to fear failure. How different my life is now that I've achieved my dreams. I remember when I used to fear failure. How different my life is now that I've achieved my dreams. And you know what? What I would do with these things that I wrote, this is not the first time that I've done something like that. I've done something like that to cure traumas with my parents, but I wasn't the one to write or search for things. It was my soul sister. She said the things that I would write, and I would say it for 3 months. Yeah. But these ones, one thing, and with the okay, this is a weird angle, isn't it? What with the other ones, what I would do first, because I started with the other text or phrases, I would visualize. I think I would visualize with that one too. Yeah. I'm going to say about these ones. Okay, so with this one, with these phrases, I would visualize. You know, when I felt like I feared failure, I'm going to get that memory while I'm saying this. And then when I say that my life is different now and I'm achieving my dreams, I think of something, even if I achieved it like 3 years ago, I'm going to get that memory and put it in my mind and visualize it. And yeah, I would do that. So now you are going to see me burn. Don't scare yourself. When I burp, this is a normal thing to me. Burps, okay, this is too much. You're not going to say that, yeah. People can feel people. Ui, caralho. Caraças. Sometimes you can just say fuck it, and yeah. When I come home sometimes, there's a dog in the middle of the road and he's letting the sun, take in, and he's in the middle of the road where the cars pass, and I want to be that dog. Like, I don't give a fuck if the car is passing by or not. I'm just enjoying the sun, and you will pass around me because you can, because there are solutions, and the dog is just enjoying himself, and he doesn't care, and I cursed. Yeah, it doesn't give a fudge. He's just there, enjoying his sun, and that's what I want to do. I don't need to care about everything and everyone. Well, not to an extreme, but I can have a balanced, we can balance ourselves. Yeah, I don't need to worry about everything because people can take care of themselves as I can take care of me. And we don't have to feel guilty about everything. It doesn't want to burn, you motherfucker. I guess it's all, yeah, we're done. See? There we go. It's an ashes. Is it an ashes? If you put it like this, it's an ashes. It's kind of... Okay, yeah. So we've done that, and we just gotta let go of a lot of things, but it's okay. We're good. Enjoy your day, night, week, or weekend. Get it out of your chest, and mwah! Do what you love. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.